Hey guys, I hope everyone's day is going well. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at the YoYoFriends shortcut. This thing is absolutely amazing, and by the way, when I checked out the price, I literally couldn't believe it. I'm super excited to do this review, so without any further ado, let's jump right in. So as usual, I gotta give a quick shout out to YoYoFriends. They were actually the ones that contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a review on this yo. I've done work with them a lot in the past, and they're a great company, so I'm super happy to do a review for them. All of the links and contact information will be in the description down below, so be sure to check them out after this video is done.
Before I get any further into the video, if you guys are interested in picking up your very first yo-yo or any of these pro metal yo-yos, click the very first link in my bio. I've got an awesome yo-yo store with just about every single thing on sale. Be sure to check that out, and let's get on with the rest of the video.
As usual, in order to get our baseline idea as to what this yo is all about, I'm gonna throw the specs of this yo on the screen right there. Alright, so just taking a deep dive into the specs right here, nothing is super irregular with this yo, I've gotta say. The width, diameter, and weight, they're all coming in pretty standard for a yo in this day and age. I guess you could say that the weight of 66.2 grams is a little bit more on the heavy side, but to be honest, it's really not that different from other yos in this day and age. So we can say the specs are pretty standard for the most part. Now, the one spec that does catch me by surprise is the price tag, funny enough. This yo is insanely inexpensive. I'll be honest, I was researching this yo, doing a little bit of work on it, and when I found that the price was literally just $29.99, I could not believe my eyes. I've actually been throwing this yo for the past week, and I purposely didn't check the price or any of the specs because I wanted to get kind of a baseline idea as to what it was all about, and when I checked that price, I really couldn't believe my eyes. So let's talk a little bit about the design of this yo-yo. In general, I'm a big fan of this shape. So this is a pretty classic kind of V and H shape mixture. It's a bit of a hybrid right there, and it has those really nice rims that are kind of angled downward and then a nice slope down to the bearing. You'll notice that there's also these little tiny ridges all along this yo. We've seen YoYoFriends do this in the past, and I'm a big fan of this design choice. One thing I want to point out is the color of this yo is sick. So I purposely chose this color because I thought it looked awesome, and it looks even more amazing in person. This is kind of this pink on the rims with the inside of the yo being purple. I've seen this done before on an SF yo, the SF Movement, and I'm a big fan of this design choice because it just looks so unique when you play with it. They've also got a bunch of different colors, as you can see on the screen right there, so they really got color for just about everyone. But yeah, I got distracted. Moving back to this shape, this is a really nice classic shape. This shape is tried and true in competition and is known to produce great yos that have long spin times. Now moving on over to the cup, we've got a really great design, as you can see right there. So they've got this nice little inner ridge right there. You can see it's kind of engraved and it says YoYoFriends at the bottom, but this added rim right there is going to deliver a lot more rim weight for the yo-yo. I've always been a big fan of kind of adding that extra metal right there. I believe that the Yo Factory Kedge did a similar thing where they added an additional other rim right there that would normally kind of have like a bimetal rim or something, but instead they just put more metal there in order to increase that weight. This is a really sweet design choice, and it's a very smart choice for a yo-yo of this type. And then we just got a couple different ridges down to a flat center where they've got an engraving that says shortcut right there. Looks pretty sweet. So in general, this is a very well designed yo. It's nothing super extraordinary and different, I would say. We've seen this shape before many times. However, this is a shape that really does produce good quality yo-yos that feel great on the string. So there's no problem with that. Now we can talk a little bit about the play of this yo right here. In general, the shortcut plays surprisingly well for just $29.99. That's the big overarching thing about this yo, is the price to play ratio is just astronomical. This really goes in probably the top 5 best yo-yos under $30, and I am just beyond impressed. This is a very stable yo-yo. It's a little bit more on the heavy side if I had to pick, but it's not glaringly heavy. I wouldn't say it's heavy to the point of being uncomfortable. It's just a little bit more solid feeling on the string, which is no problem at all. This yo definitely has great stability and really long spin times. I would attribute that to the extra metal that's on the rims right there. That definitely results in a really nice stable play. As you can see here, I was still able to hit some really nice fast tricks with not too much of a problem. I was really impressed with this yo keeping its momentum and being able to change directions pretty quickly. Whips and slacks were also very good with this yo. I had a feeling that this yo would be pretty good for those just because of that really nice width and the nice shape that accommodates the string really well, and I was right. Whips and slacks are very easy with this yo. That also contributes to hop tricks, arm tricks, things like that. Just makes it a lot easier to land the string in the gap of the yo-yo. Tech tricks with this yo were very nice. I found that in general I was able to fit this yo into some really nice and tight string configurations and not have too much of a problem. Since this yo also does spin for a nice long time, it's easier to do tech tricks and not worry about your yo dying out on itself or wrapping a couple strings into the bearing and having to worry about the yo dying on you. I also decided to test out the binds and regions, and I found that they were very good with this yo. The response pads in general were a little bit on the grippy side initially, but after about a week or so of kind of breaking them in, I found that they were pretty good. I was getting nice and consistent regens, and I was able to hit some actually pretty difficult binds, which I was pretty proud of. Horizontal was also very good with this yo. Since it's got that nice amount of stability, it's pretty easy to do your horizontal tricks, but furthermore, because of this nice and like really competition oriented shape, your yo-yo will actually spin horizontally longer than you would expect with a standard yo-yo just because of that nice shape. It makes for very little friction against the string of the yo-yo. And as you would expect, grinds are very good with this yo. It's got a smooth matte finish blasted all around it. And so finger grinds, palm grinds, talon grinds, they're all great. Finger spins are pretty good with this yo. It does have that engraving in the center cup right there. But as you can see, I was able to do a couple of them just kind of rotating around that center. No problem at all. Okay, so in conclusion, the Shortcut is a very exceptional yo-yo. It's funny, this company didn't really take any shortcuts on performance. They just took a shortcut on the price, which is definitely a great factor. As I mentioned before, this is definitely in the top 5 best metal performing, under $30 yo-yos out there. I was insanely impressed. I honestly, if I had to guess the price, I would have thought this was a $60 yo-yo. So having the price literally half of what I expected is definitely a feat. This is in general just a very solid yo. A little bit more on the heavy side, but not glaringly obvious. Can perform all of your tricks really nicely. I could definitely see this as a great competition yo-yo. And if you're doing competition, you're gonna be able to buy a bunch of these and have a couple backups pretty easily without breaking the bank too much. But yeah, that is about it for my review of the YoYoFriends Shortcut. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can see whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.